Who wrote that? You wrote that?
No, but it's true. We've had an update, but I woke up early in the morning and magnitude 7.6 earthquake struck in the Caribbean Sea. It's between the coast of Honduras and the Cayman Islands. This was last evening, and it shook the mainland and caused officials to warn people around the region to be alerted to the threat of possible tsunami surges. Since that, we've been told that we are not, or we should not be affected by tsunami in the Cayman Islands. The Associated Press hazard management officials had not issued a tsunami alert, but authorities were monitoring the situation. So the alert was Jamaica, Cuba, Puerto Rico. It says coasts of Mexico and Central America should be aware of the tsunami danger. And the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said sea levels could rise from 1 foot to 3 feet to 1 meter above normal. But again, our Prime Minister
put out a message.
Yeah, and to say that we're not affected, it seems.
It's not officially, he says, under threat, but they are watching the situation.
So we all have to be careful, and they're suggesting that you probably should not stay too close to the coastline. And just, they said the tremor occurred about 6 miles below the surface. So it struck in the sea about 125 miles northeast of Barapatuca, Honduras, and 188 miles southwest of Georgetown in the Cayman Islands. So again, the Prime Minister has indicated that Jamaica is officially not under threat from tsunami. There you go. What's the next one?
What's going on? We're still talking about it. The Palisades gridlock, and Commissioner Coelho blames improper management for that and has pointed the finger at Superintendent Robert Walker, commanding officer for the Kingston East Police Division, claiming that his lack of diligence and proper management was one of the reasons for the traffic gridlock to shut down access to the Norman Manley International Airport for up to 8 hours on New Year's Day. That information was contained in a leaked 6-page report that Coelho submitted to Minister of National Security Robert Montague on the weekend. That's always the question, huh? Who leaked the document? However, so that's what's still in the news, and that's where the finger is being pointed. That's where the blame is heading. Yeah.
He said Mr. Walker, who was the gold commander for the operations, and Assistant Superintendent Keisha Scott, the silver commander, for criticisms and indicated what action they would face. And I quote, "It appears that the divisional commander, Walker, may be faulted for the lack of diligence and proper management at the point of execution. And to that end, the Police Service Commission will be consulted on the issue of accountability. In the case of Scott," he said, the commissioner said she will be exposed to additional training, especially in command and control for major events. In addition, her shortcomings will be outlined in a letter. I find this interesting. It says, the police chief confirmed that the person who applied to the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation for the license for the event is a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and was referred to the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of administration to determine whether he received the approval of the Police Service Commission to be engaged as a promoter. Interesting. Interesting. Not suggesting that a police officer can't have a function.
But you have to get permission.
But you need permission. And it doesn't say he didn't get permission, actually. It said he wanted to determine whether he received the approval. Well, there you go.
All right.
You ever been to the Sahara?
I haven't been to the Sahara Desert, but we are hearing that snowfalls in the desert has happened for the 3rd time recently in 40 years.
It's a beautiful picture, isn't it?
Wow. That's on my bucket list.
To go to the Sahara Desert?
It's
Why?
definitely on my bucket list. Just to say that I went. Covering desert dunes in a layer of up to 40 centimeters deep there.
Isn't that beautiful, though?
It is absolutely gorgeous.
And if you look at the background, there's the mountains there.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
Absolutely beautiful. 3rd time in 40 years.
Yeah.
The gateway to the desert that's what we're looking at right there.
Beautiful.
The gateway to the desert.
All right. We move on. I want to say good morning as we get out of that to Maya Barber, who I've never met, but I met your mom on Saturday night.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
No, I just want, you're not going to tell him about the man that woke up in the morgue. Oh my God.
It says birthday greeting.
Okay, I just want to tell you, no, because that's crazy. A Spanish prisoner wakes up in a morgue just before his autopsy.
Yep.
That recently happened. Oh my God.
They were just about to cut him open, seriously, because they kind of make the marks, and they saw him twitching, and then they said, wait, my man not dead.
Oh my God.
29 years old.
Can you imagine?
No, to be honest, no, I can't.
Not being a prisoner and not waking up in a morgue. Oh my God.
So again, I met Maya's mom on Saturday, and apparently Maya is a proper footballer. Apparently she's really, really good. She goes to Hillel. She's 11 years old, I think your mom told me. I didn't get your mom's name, so I suspect she's Mrs. Barber. It was great to meet you, but Maya, I hope you just continue to play some football, and sooner or later I'll see you in the national team, because I hear you have a whole lot of quality. Also met Paulette Forbes, who's a crossing warder on Sutton Street. I think it's close to the Calabar All-Age School. So I met her, and she says I must hail her up, so I'm hailing you up. And as we move on, belated happy birthday to Stacey and Smith. Stacey, it's coming from your cousin Lonja. Now, again, it's belated because Lonja does never remember your birthday. She do it with all her family and all kind of thing. She never remember her birthday. I know she's going on like she did remember.
Yesterday. She's asking you to mention that.
Yeah.
Her birthday was yesterday.
I said belated.
Yeah, but just say
I didn't say yesterday.
It's not like last
all right.
week.
So she never remember yesterday, but she remember now, so it's not a problem. But she said she love you, and you're a wonderful cousin sometimes. All right, this young man is Jail. Jail Roberts. Happy birthday, Jail. Like a little pose. It's from your dad, Robert, your mom, Tanisha, and your sister, Tanil. Hope you have an absolutely amazing day today and many happy returns. I have one more picture to show you all before I move on. And this is Amani Wallace. Amani is 6 years old. Now look at this pose, Empress. You will love this. Amani Wallace, 6 years old, coming from your mom.
So cute.
And the rest of your family and from us here. Hope you have a brilliant day. Love the pose.
Absolutely.
And a very, very special birthday to my big brother, Howard. My brother Howie Bell, the best footballer in the family. Outstanding baller, outstanding brother, outstanding person. I love you so much, my friend. So I hope you have a brilliant day today, and I wish you many, many, many more. You got none?
That's so sweet. Big up your brother.
Hey, man, my brother, man. Can play.
You know me. Can play ball, right?
What?
Of course. I want to say happy birthday to all the children watching right now, especially those in state care, those in children's homes. May you have a blessed day, and encouraging all Jamaicans to take a child home for holidays and for weekends, foster a child. It is very important for their development that we encourage mentorship. So the children born today, I just want you to know that you're wonderful, you're blessed, somebody loves you, someone loves you, honey. Understand? You understand? Yes, we love it. Picnic MSC, we're just loving up. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yes.
folks. Have a great day today.